The best program in the Pac-12 just got a whole lot better with these elite athletes arriving on campus. Welcome to the Voice of College Football, Oregon. I ask that you would like the video, share the videos out on social media, because if you enjoy the content, others will as well. And, of course, subscribe. Push us over 1,000 subs here very soon so we can deliver more content for you, the Oregon fan. All right. Athlon's here recently released its top 5 newcomers to Mario Cristobal's program. And this is an impressive list. Let's run it down. Would love to get your thoughts down in the comments section below. Wide receiver Tony Franklin, second-rated player in the state of California, one of the top 3 recruiting states in the nation. Number 2 player in the state, third-rated wide receiver in the country, 40th rated player according to the 247 Sports Composite, regardless of position. Explosive player, elite off the line of scrimmage, getting into the secondary with tremendous speed and quickness in the open field. All right, that's according to 247. But they also compare him to Marquise Lee, who was an exceptional wide receiver, of course, at USC, then moved on to the Jacksonville Jaguars and other NFL teams. And I can see it in the build here at 6'2", 170. That very much like Marquise Lee. And Tony Franklin will need to fill out. But they could have a playmaker here in season number 1 in 2021. His name is Tony Franklin. All right, the number 1 player in the class, according to the composite, is offensive tackle Kingsley Suamataia. And, of course, Mario Cristobal has transformed Oregon football from playing in space, and, of course, that's still a priority. But in regards to the offensive line, building an elite offensive line, he had one of the best in the Pac-12. He had one of the best in the nation, if not the best, in 2019 when they won the Rose Bowl. Then they took a step back last year as they lost all their starters, and Penei Sewell sat out. So they're looking to regain that, and they certainly have the players on the roster. It's all about development now. They have done a tremendous job recruiting all over the place, but especially offensive line. All right. Suamataia is 6'5", 280. He's a state champion out of the state of Utah, where he is the number 1 player in the state, 35th rated player in the class, period, and number 6 player at offensive tackle in the 2021 class. He is one of these guys that they just say he can do everything well. You read the scouting reports, there is not a flaw, there's not a weakness. He has unlimited potential as a great offensive tackle. Kingsley Suamataia out of Utah. Player number 3 is Seven McGee, all-purpose running back out of Rochester, New York, coming all the way cross country to play at Oregon. Third-rated player at his position, number 1 player in the state of New York. He's at number 151 overall. Reminds a lot of people of DeAnthony Thomas in terms of trying to fill that uniform with the same type of moves in the open field at 5'8", 185. Player number 4 is inside linebacker Keith Brown. He is the 6th rated inside linebacker in the country, number 1 player in the state of Oregon. So, when the Ducks took a recruiting hit prior to Mario Cristobal and fell in the rankings, they didn't keep the best players in state. Of course, Oregon needs to go to California. They need to go elsewhere to be the dominant program in the Pac-12. But certainly you want to keep the in-state players, the very best in-state, and they do it right here with Keith Brown, number 1 player in the state of Oregon, number 113, regardless of position. If you follow recruiting, you know if you get into the top 300, certainly near that 100 mark, that is rarefied air. The linebacking core for Oregon here this fall should be tremendous with Noah Sewell, Mace Fina. You also have Justin Flo, of course, the prized recruit from the 2019 class. 6'1", 220 for Keith Brown, state champion wrestler. That's a good thing as a linebacker, of course, in wrapping up those tackles. But on the downside, the scouting reports from 247 Sports say he needs to improve his play diagnosis. He gets caught flat-footed because he's still trying to read the play. That doesn't necessarily bode well in regards to him being an impact player immediately. Keith Brown, if that continues to be a concern, of course, in August camp, he's not going to see much playing time, especially with that linebacking core. But long-term, he has tremendous potential. And finally, Another top newcomer is, of course, quarterback Ty Thompson, who could figure into the mix for the starting job now. Anthony Brown out of Boston College is, of course, the guy that took over for Tyler Shook down the stretch last season, played prominently in the Pac-12 championship game, played really well there, not so much in the Fiesta Bowl. But Ty Thompson comes in as the 4th-rated pro-style quarterback in the country, number 1 rated prospect out of Arizona, and he is the 39th rated player in the class, regardless of position. So if you look at this Oregon early enrollee list, we're looking at 3 players rated in the top 40 in the nation, regardless of position. 6'4", 200, certainly got the frame to fill out and become a big-time quarterback in regards to build and frame. 60% completion percentage in his final season, 34 touchdowns, 7 picks, and racking up 381 yards passing per game. And he is the Max Preps Arizona Player of the Year and the number 1 prospect coming into college football from the the state of Arizona. All right, that's the top 5 newcomers according to Athlons. Would love to know if you are looking and targeting anybody else in this class as being an instant impact this fall for Mario Cristobal and the Ducks. Right here, Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, Oregon.